Good evening. Welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News for Tuesday, June 25th. Grant Olson is away tonight. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Here's a few of the stories we have coming up for you this evening. The executive director of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society separates from the animal welfare organization after about a year and a half as its leader. It might be this time next month before Wenatchee knows who will head up its police force. Deliberations over a new chief are continuing at City Hall. Another warm day just behind us with clear skies and sun all across the valley. Weather watchers say we can expect slightly cooler conditions tomorrow. Dan Kuntz will have your full local forecast later on in the show. First, our top story tonight. A residential fire early Monday left a Chelan resident dead. Chelan Fire and Rescue says a fifth-wheel trailer on Ariel Lane between Chelan and Manson was already engulfed in flames when they arrived shortly after 1:15 a.m. The fire had spread to two sheds and two nearby vehicles and had already started a quarter-acre brush fire, forcing firefighters to defend other RVs parked nearby. When the main fire was extinguished, rescuers found one person deceased, along with several pets. One other person suffered burns and is being treated at Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Chelan County Coroner Wayne Harris said he's working to contact the victim's next of kin, and the sheriff's office says it's investigating, but there's no immediate sign of foul play. The cause of the fire is being reviewed by the Chelan County Fire Marshal's office. The Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is searching for a new director. James Pumphrey, who joined the animal agency as executive director in December 2022, left that post effective June 21st. A press release Monday from the Humane Society did not give a reason for the departure, but says the nonprofit's board of directors will appoint an interim director this week. A memo to staff and shelter volunteers said board members, including board president Patrick Davidson, would be present at Humane's shelter on South Wenatchee Avenue to provide support during the search for a new full-time executive. The Humane Society is the main animal control and welfare agency for both Chelan and Douglas counties. The board says it's committed to, quote, a smooth and positive transition. The Grant County Sheriff's Office is seeking animal cruelty charges against the owner of an abused horse. On June 19th, deputies learned of a 20 to 25-year-old gelding on a property on Road 10 Northeast, north of Moses Lake, that was in bad shape with visible physical ailments and no readily accessible food supply. On June 20th, deputies seized the horse under a judge's warrant and took it to a veterinarian who determined the horse had been neglected for over a year. The horse was malnourished and unable to support its own weight and had to be euthanized. The sheriff's office says deputies have recommended the Grant County Prosecuting Attorney's Office seek a first-degree animal cruelty charge against the horse's owner. Well, school's out, but the Wenatchee School District is warning of a recent phishing scam targeting staff, not the kind with a rod and reel. WSD says scammers are posing as district employees and sending emails in an attempt to gain access to its systems. Communications Director Diana Haglund told NCWLIFE the district's information technology team is working to secure any compromised accounts and safeguard systems from further attacks. Haglund said while the district is not aware of any families being affected by the scam, another set of scams targeting high school students with fake jobs is also attempting to gain access to district systems. The district reminds folks it will never reach out to request personal information through email, and if a suspicious email is received, to not click on any links or attachments. When we come back, a Chelan County District courtroom will soon play host to some ornate murals representing the major cases that changed Washington history. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Let your voice be heard. I'm former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, and I'd like to be your District 12 State Representative in Olympia. With my extensive experience in law enforcement, I'm eager to serve you to ensure your community and neighborhood public safety. I intend to safeguard and improve your quality of life. I support your private property rights, lowering your tax burden, helping small business to thrive, fiscal responsibility, and your public safety.
Paid for by the committee to elect Brian Burnett for state representative.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Check out ClubCrowCashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. It could be a month before Wenatchee officially selects its new police chief. City Administrator Laura Gloria tells NCWLIFE the choice between the city's 3 candidates should be finalized by the end of July. Police Chief Steve Crown retired from the agency in mid-June after 8 years in leadership. Mayor Mike Poyer announced a field of 3 finalists for the job in May. Current Wenatchee Police Captains Brian Chance and Edgar Reinfeld, and former Denton, Texas Police Chief Doug Shoemaker. All 3 underwent a vetting process, including a meet and greet and a public input period in early June. Whoever's picked for the role will oversee a force of 45 sworn police officers for the city of Wenatchee. Well, Link Transit has announced that it will once again provide free shuttles to the 4th of July fireworks show at Walla Walla Point Park. The shuttles will run continuously on a loop from behind JCPenney at the Valley North Center Mall to Walla Walla Point Park beginning at 7 p.m. and ending at 9:15 p.m. The ride takes between 15 and 20 minutes, with return trips beginning after the fireworks show and running until about 11 p.m. Pickups and drop-offs will take place in the same location. A pair of murals commemorating major Washington legal cases will soon have a home in a Chelan County courtroom. On Wednesday, that's tomorrow, District Judge John Volan will receive the murals from the Washington Courts Historical Society to be temporarily displayed in courtroom number 2, where Volan presides. The judge tells NCWLIFE one of the murals, by California artist Daniel Galvez, depicts the case of Elsie Parrish, a housekeeper at Wenatchee's Cascadian Hotel, whose 1935 lawsuit legalized the minimum wage.
They commissioned some artwork. It's 2 murals, and they reference 6 or 8 of the landmark Washington appellate court cases in Washington history. I'm proud to say that one of those cases comes here from Wenatchee, was heard here in Chelan County from my courtroom in 1935. And it was a local resident who cleaned rooms, and she had a contract to be paid at a certain hourly wage. And then FDR, as part of his New Deal package, set minimum wage at a new rate, and it was higher. So she sued for the new minimum wage, and the hotel said, no, you have a contract, we're just going to pay you at that. There was a trial here. It went up to the Court of Appeals and then to the Supreme Court, and then ultimately to the United States Supreme Court. It wasn't expected, but a Supreme Court judge switched sides and voted to uphold the FDR new minimum wage, and that began the flow of New Deal legislation that was so pivotal for the United States after the Great Depression and leading into World War II. And so one of those cases in this historical artwork that was commissioned is that case. It was initially commissioned for the state Supreme Court, but instead they've decided to go around and bring this artwork to the courthouses where these cases came from. And so ours is going to be, to my knowledge, the first one. So it's going to be displayed here on a temporary basis. I think it's something like 6 months. And I'm immensely proud to be able to display that and be a part of that and to sort of represent that history and legacy.
Now, coming up next, there's always room for chocolate, and in this week's feature story, a franchise chocolatier makes way for a locally owned business in downtown Leavenworth. A slight cooling trend in the forecast over the next 2 days, but have no doubt it's still summer in NCW. Dan Kuntz will have all the details coming up in your full local weather outlook. That plus sports, including last night's Apple Sox highlights with Eric Granstrom. Stay with us.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
Raising a family may have seemed overwhelming to your parents, but they weren't. Coach, teacher, life guide, caregiver. Family takes care of family. And as the circle of life continues, you now are their caregiver. It may seem overwhelming, but we're here to help you find the support services necessary so you can provide quality care to your elders.
Call Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington at 1-800-572-4459.
Bienvenido al Centro de Resolución de Conflictos. Brindamos servicios a los condados de Grant y Adams, ayudando a empresas y personas a resolver problemas difíciles. Ofrecemos ayuda con conflictos de trabajo, problemas residenciales y asuntos familiares. Podemos capacitar a su personal en habilidades de prevención y resolución de conflictos. Llámenos al 509-237-3705 para obtener más información.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The owners of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, a longtime franchise location in the community of Leavenworth, have officially retired. Now opening in place of that business is Leavenworth Chocolates, where brothers Chase and Tibor Lack plan to keep the chocolatier spirit alive and well. NCWLIFE's Casey Safford caught up with co-owner Chase to get all the details.
Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory is no more, and Leavenworth Chocolates is now officially up and running. Tell us a bit about how you caught wind of the opportunity to take over the business here.
Yeah, so I'm actually a full-time real estate agent here in town with Mike West of Realty, and I know the owners, the old owners of Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. And so I heard that they were going to retire, so my brother and I decided to just write them an offer to take over their space.
Wow. So tell us about the decision to rename the business and kind of start anew versus continue that on.
There's a lot of restrictions when you have a franchise, and we wanted to focus more on a little bit of local business in town and bring in some of those products and make some of our stuff in-house, and we just couldn't do that with the franchise.
All right. So are you native to this Bavarian town here?
Born and raised in Leavenworth. Family's been in retail for over 40 years and in downtown. And so we took a year off this last year after my dad retired, but now we're coming back and going to be here for a while.
Great. So what does it mean to you to be part of the local business community here so directly with your own business?
It means a lot. You know, I grew up in it. My family's been in it for a long time, but I never really had something that was like my own. I always had the family there. So now it means a lot. The pressure's on my shoulders, but it's good to be back.
All right, so you officially opened on June 8th. Tell us how things have been since you opened, and have you received like a lot of support from other local business owners?
A lot of support from a lot of the locals. Yeah, a lot of people are coming in. People text or call me, say they're going to stop in eventually. A lot of support from the business owners too. They're super supportive. Nice, big community.
Great. So last but not least, is there anything that has changed that our viewers should know about? Any new desserts, any that you don't have anymore? What should they expect?
What do you think about that? Oh, we're going to bring in some candies and some cotton candy and some more bulk items, so good grab-and-go items for kids and families and that kind of stuff.
Perfect. So is there anything that the old chocolate shop had that you're not going to continue carrying here?
Not that I can think of. Yeah, we're still going to try to continue a lot of everything that they had.
Great. So is there anything that you'd like to tell viewers about your hopes for Leavenworth chocolates becoming a staple in the community?
I hope to create a spot that's great for all of our tourists and all our visitors, but also a good spot for the local kids to call their own, so that they have a place where they can feel like they can come and get some candy and hang out for a little while.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Dan Kuntz filling in for the birthday boy, Grant Olson. He got the day off today. Happy 71st to our good buddy, Grant Olson. 90 degrees today. Believe it or not, it's only the second time all year we've hit 90 degrees. Normally 90 is part and parcel for this time of the year, but we did it again today. That is about 10 degrees below normal. But the one thing that nobody likes to see, look at that. We are 1.25 inches behind our annual rainfall. That ain't good, ladies and gentlemen, but maybe a raindrop on Wednesday. We shall see. And you like these longer days? When I go to bed at night, it's still daylight. You get used to it. Summertime weather continues, and then we kind of dip down a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday. Tomorrow's highs, you'll see a lot of mid-80s to upper 80s out in the Columbia Basin. As usual, Omak, pretty warm at 85. The only real cool spot, comfortable, get a lot of shade, maybe Lake Wenatchee. 78, Leavenworth, about 80 degrees. So temperature is pretty consistent, just a little bit cooler than today because, well, there's a dry cold front heading our way. So the rest of the day today, very nice, very pleasant, right around 90 degrees, very little wind to speak of. And that cold front that I'm talking about is going to be rolling in on Wednesday. Pressure gradients are going to tighten a little bit. We're going to be a little bit cooler. We're going to go from 90 to 84 tomorrow. And the winds will be picking up, especially on Wednesday afternoon. I know we don't like to hear that. But here's the deal. A late afternoon thunderstorm on Wednesday is a possibility. Could happen Wednesday. A slight chance on Thursday, but mostly on Wednesday. Could get some rain. What we don't want is lightning. Thursday is when we really bottom out. Only 74 and a little bit of wind on Thursday, but the relative humidity will be above fire levels. Friday we go right back up to 80 degrees on Friday, and then Saturday it's going to be pretty mild, but it's also going to be pretty cloudy. Now the map here doesn't really reflect the clouds, but we're thinking quite a bit of cloud cover on Saturday with some sun breaks. And then Sunday, the last day of June, gee, where did the month go? Absolutely perfect. Do whatever it is you want to do on Sunday. Lots of sunshine, nice light breeze, high of 85. And believe it or not, Monday we welcome July. What's the 4th of July forecast, which this year is also going to be Independence Day? Probably cooler than normal, maybe even a little wet. We'll know more when we visit again tomorrow. All right, one more look at your forecast. High of 90 today, 64 for the overnight low tonight. We start seeing some wind, maybe an afternoon raindrop or a thunderstorm. Things a little unsettled on Wednesday with a high of 84, only 74 on Thursday. That's it. Then right back up the temperature ladder we go with some clouds in the forecast on Saturday. As far as rain, we need it, and it ain't coming. That's your forecast. Still to come more on this Tuesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Punch their ticket to the playoffs no matter what happens.
Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is back on the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in Tuesday, July 9th when the Apple Sox face the Edmonton Riverhawks. Coverage is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, and our Gold supporter, the Town Auto Group. Apple Sox baseball also brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Club Crow Bar and Grill, the Chelan Douglas Community Action Council, and AmeriCorps, your television home for Apple Sox baseball, the NCWLIFE channel.
And Carson with his first home run.
Building your business is easy and affordable with television and digital marketing options from NCWLIFE, your local TV station. Get your business seen and heard on 18 top networks, including NCWLIFE. Have you seen a local ad pop up on your phone? We do that too. Target your market with NCWLIFE's managed account programs that save you time, money, and give you great results. Advertising with the NCWLIFE channel is the best value around.
And a good Tuesday to you. The Mariners blew a late lead, giving up 3 runs in the 8th inning and fell to Tampa Bay 4-3 last night. Cal Raleigh and Mitch Garver had 2 of Seattle's 3 hits. Of course, they were home runs. The Rays came through with 3 runs off the Mariner bullpen to get the win.
He's off to a really good start. Here's a high drive, deep right center field. Cal lead all over it. Goodbye. 1-0 Mariners. Big Cal with his 13th home run, RBI number 46. Home run leader for the ball club. And listen to Mariner fans in this ballpark.
Well, this is what I've been talking about. Just don't miss the fastball, and he certainly didn't. Because this heater crushes it.
With a 1-strike count, nobody out. Ball's at the plate. This one into the dirt, and it's going to bound all the way to the backstop, and the Rays have a run to tie this game.
He goes. And a high drive left field. Mitch Garver's just giving the Mariners a 3-1 lead. A rocket 2-run shot. Wow. Boy, did he need that. Mitch Garver, home run number 9, RBIs 29 and 30, and a 3-1 Seattle lead.
And he goes up the left side toward the corner. That's a fair ball and will bound out of play. It's a double. The Rays score Walls. That's going to make it a 1-run game. Series stops at third, and that ball bounded over that low wall on the double by Rortvedt, and just like that, it's a 3-2 ball game, and the Rays get their extra base hit. And a chopper to the right side. Yes, the run will score. Here comes another man. Safe at the plate of the Rays. Take the lead 4-3. The 1-2, and he got it. He did. 99 strikes him out, and the Rays are winners.
Raleigh's homer was his 13th of the season. The 2 teams are battling again on Root Sports Northwest. Seattle's lead in the American League West has shrunk to 5.5 games with a loss and Houston being idle. Texas remains 6.5 games back after a 6-3 loss to Milwaukee. The Angels beat the A's 5-1 in Anaheim. The Wenatchee Apple Sox built an early lead and tacked on an insurance home run late to beat Kelowna 11-3 last night. Wenatchee was able to score 4 runs in the first inning with just 1 hit as the Sox built an early 6-0 lead. They would go on for an 8-0 lead and then add more later. I had the call last night here on the NCWLIFE channel. 1-0 count and the pitch by Kimball. Inside and hit him, and that's going to bring in the first Wenatchee run of the night. The Sox lead at 1-0. The 2-2 pitch on the way, swung on and hit on a hop past the shortstop into left center field. 1 run's going to score. They're going to try to score 2 and move a runner to third, and everybody's going to be safe on the 2-run double by Antonio Gianni. Runners at second and third. Pitch on the way, swung on and chopped slowly towards the shortstop. In on the ball is the man. He'll throw it to first in time, but a run's going to score. Out, Aiden Doherty stepping up with the bases jammed. Second time here tonight. Wenatchee's had the bases loaded. This pitch swung on a fly ball to deep center. Backing up on it is Salazar. That's going to allow the runner from third to tag and come home, and the Apple Sox lead at 5-0. This pitch swung on and lifted in the air to left center, and a long run, and making the play out there is the center fielder Salazar. That will allow a run to score. Apple Sox up 6-0 as Roberto Gonzalez will score on the sacrifice fly. And these guys kept looking up and asking me to score in between each inning. But here we'll score a run and down to first and out on the play. But how about Roberto Gonzalez with the sacrifice bunt? Not a squeeze per se.
And that makes it 7-0.
And the delivery. Swung on and grounded through the left side for a base hit. That's going to score 1 for sure. They're going to hold the second runner at third base. He's out there running. This pitch swung on and a well-hit ball to deep center field. Back goes Hartman. He'll make the catch against the wall. How about that for Max Hartman? Oh, my. In your lap, Dan Koontz. Nice play by Max Hartman. There's Luz, and Houston's just been on a roll lately. This pitch swung on a grounder to the right side, and it goes over the second baseman's glove into right field. That's going to score a run, and it's now 8-2 Rangers tonight, so that's good news for the Mariners, as Texas was also gaining ground. This pitch swung on a hit in the air to center field. Another base hit. Another run's going to score. 8-3 now. First pitch to him here, swung on a fly ball deep to right field, and that is going to be gone. A home run, 3-run shot for Cade Benavidez, his second home run of the summer. Trey back in the right-handed batter's box, and the 3-2 pitch on the way is strike three called. Gone looking is Duffield. The Apple Sox pitching staff with 10 strikeouts in the game, and Wenatchee wins this one by a final of 11-3.
I also caught up with defensive star Elijah Palaio and Coach Mitch Darlington after the victory.
Well, you guys get to an early start. You get 4 runs in that first inning with only 1 hit. That kind of helps things, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if he's not hitting the mitt, game 17 inches, why are we swinging? You know, if he's giving us free bags, we're going to take them all day.
And you guys have shown a lot of patience at the plate all season long. You're one of the leaders as far as taking walks this season.
Yeah, it's just being patient as well, you know, just kind of watching the other guys in front of me, and they're having heck at bats. So
11-3, you got to like a lot about what you saw out there tonight.
Yeah, you know, the energy early on, getting runs early, and then, you know, just keeping the gas pedal on. It seemed like earlier in the week we'd get a lead, and I don't know, just a letdown, man. We just let down and didn't keep that same energy, that same focus and quality at bats, and then let teams get right back in it. But proud of the way these guys played tonight and just kept the pressure on and found a way to bury them.
Talk about that patience at the plate, too, to take those walks, and had quite a few guys hit by pitches tonight. And, I mean, you put pressure on those pitchers on the other side, and I know that's what you want to accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that was kind of the game plan going in. You know, just looking at some of the numbers, the walks high there for their starter, and, you know, just being really disciplined and seeing good pitches and putting good swings on a baseball. And, you know, our guys waited it out, kept taking the free bags. And some days that's the best thing you can do, is not get over anxious, not get over excited to hit, and let the game come to you. So proud of the discipline of the guys.
Wenatchee and Kelowna meet for Game 2 of the 3-game series tonight at 6:35. You can hear it locally on radio with Joel Norman on Sunny FM. Now, Wenatchee and Kelowna were the only teams playing in the entire West Coast League last night. So let's go to the standings. Apple Sox lead is now a half game over Edmonton, game and a half in front of Bellingham. First half of the season will end this weekend, and by the Wenatchee will finish up the first half of the season in Bellingham against the Bells Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So it all comes down to that final series. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. Email us, news@ncwlife.com, or call 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Grant Olson will be back in this chair tomorrow. Good night.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCW Life Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCW Life channel has you covered.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why we need you. We need people to run cameras so I can get back down on the broadcast
and talk about what's going on. We pay $75 per event. If it's sports, if it's a parade, if it's Apple Blossom, if it's a Super Oval, $75. If that sounds like some extra good money for you, we'd love you to be part of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. sports@ncwlife.com. In the meantime, I got to go figure out this camera.